If you're trying to create a graph when you have two sets of categorical data, meaning you don't have numbers in one of the columns, what you want to do in Google Sheets is first go ahead and highlight your data that you have. Once you've done that, if you click at the top, Insert, and you click on Pivot Table, it's going to ask you if you want to put it on a new sheet or if you just want to put it on the one that you're in. So I'm going to put it on the sheet that I'm in. So I'm going to put it existing. Then it's going to ask you, where do you want to put it? And I'm going to put it, I'm just going to click on this cell right here and it'll go there. So I click OK and then click create. So now you can see I have a pivot table, but it's blank. So I'm going to click on this little pencil icon and click edit. So first it's going to ask you, what do you want to put on your rows? So your rows are your horizontal lines. So for me, in my rows, this is about grade level and whether students prefer apples or oranges. So my rows, I'm going to make my grade level. So at rows, I click add, and then I'm going to put grade level. And then for my columns, so those are my vertical lines there, I'm going to put add and then prefer apples or oranges. So right now, if you look at it, it's just blank. There are no numbers there. It just has apples and oranges in total, and then the grade levels listed. But in order to get numbers to actually be in there, I click edit. And then where it says values, meaning what values do you actually want in your pivot table, I'm going to click add, and it's the number of students I want for that chose apples and oranges in each grade, right? So I'm just going to click prefer apples and oranges. And now you can see there's actual data in there. So this is telling me there are 4 10th graders that like apples. There are 2 10th graders that like oranges, and so on. So now what I can do is if I copy, went on dictionary. If I copy this data, so I'm just highlighting the data I want, I click Control C. If you're on a Mac, it's Command C. And I'm just going to paste the data right below here. So all I did was Control copy it and then paste it. So now I can actually make a graph with this data. So now that I still have my data highlighted, if you clicked off of it for whatever reason, you just need to highlight it again. I'm going to click Insert, and now I'm going to actually do a chart. So the type of chart, it already thought it knew what I wanted, which is what I wanted here. This is each of the grade levels, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then the color is signifying how many people liked apples is in blue and how many people liked oranges is in red. If for some reason this was switched, maybe I wanted to have apples and oranges and then the grade level. If I'm over here on the right-hand side where it shows the chart editor, I can click on this box here that says switch rows and columns. So if I click that, you'll see it switches. So now my grade levels are in colors and it's just split into apples and oranges. Obviously, you can then get more crazy if you want to adjust what it looks like, what your titles are, and things like that. But that's the basic gist of how to use categorical data in order to make a graph or this type of 2-column chart. I hope that helps.